I'm happy that we get a chance to be able to flesh out this new patch a little bit.
Very surprising to me that we see the lightning, but perhaps it's for this, right? Set up your own stunts.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go the lightning storm, it does mean you're trying to win the lane harder than normal. And they're not quite doing that because of the constant heals of the Omni. They're going to come back in with the Liquor and might just be able to save Costabile. They do. They get the kill on Boxy. The push that comes in with constant swashbuckle spam. So yet to see his opening just yet. KJ is going to be potentially run down here, trying to juke out the stun. Does manage to get out the Heaven of Grace before the stun, but it doesn't matter. The damage is too much.
It'll take a little bit of time to adjust, but I think it's going to get a lot more play now, and I think it's a really solid change.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. It feels like this patch may be about those two items, Silver Edge and obviously Helm of the Overlord. 40R going to be rolling around a little bit on Boxy and should be able to finish him off. You get the help of Tava. Ooh, a long-range shot from Theo Liquor. Will manage to finish him off. 40R is in bit of trouble. Has a shield crash. If he wants to get that damage reduction going, 18% is just enough for Taiga to give up on that. And it's actually going to be caught by the shackle shot before he could roll away. Great play so far by SG. Koipa's going to come in a little bit late here, trying to go for the Wind Ranger. That's going to be a hard kill to get, especially with King Jungle sticking around. He's going to find Theo Liquor for a little bit more damage. Might be able to finish him off, but again, it's just going to be a 4 position. Costabile from the other side, and Koipa gets knocked out. SG are here in force, bringing all 5 of their heroes to this bottom lane to win a big team fight.
And the active disarm quite nice as well. However, Koifa, HOD, level 2, 1441 in-game, and there's a Dragon Camp.
Oh, nice roll in here from Taiga. Theo Liquor immediately down. Taiga's going to give up his life for a pretty good initiation. Got a lot of team fight damage in. Costabile finding all of his mana being burned away. So he's not going to be too happy to keep this fight going. Tavo had different plans, though. Realized the error. He's going to jump out. Diffuser Blade slowing him down. Can he get another one off? Uh-oh. He's going to be caught by this chain stun. Is that going to be enough burst damage for the Timber Chain? Easily it is, and a dominating kill streak being fed away.
You got to grab that Costabile. It'd be so big.
The drums of Jumanji and the war drums of Liquid continue to beat on as they are going to go for simultaneously pushing this bottom tier 2 and expecting SG to play the other side of the map. Look at this smoke. They're going to go and actually take a team fight with this Aegis, knowing that SG doesn't really want to fight back. Not into an Aegis like that. Not against the Ursa that's leading the charge. Sven's going to try and TP to bottom lane. They're going to try and punish this move from Liquid that is very split, but at the same time, the Wind Ranger gets caught trying to TP to bottom lane, leaving Costabile by himself. Rolling Thunder is going to come in from 40R. He managed to sneak in from behind, and that'll get them the kill onto Insania. Koipa is going to come back into this one, though. Roll in, roll out. Taiga tries to catch back up, though, is going to be able to hit Costabile here. Now the Ursa on top of him. They're going to go ahead and pop that ultimate. They don't have an easy way to dispel it right now, but it can slow him down and wait for that timing to run itself out. Costabile is clear. Very risk-free, pushing in the mid lane, and looks like they're going to try and catch Costabile here. King Jungles is ready for the counter initiation. Helps Costabile a bit, but it may cost him his life, as Koifa now knows the support is somewhere behind the Sven. He's going to catch up to him for a second, but it looks like ultimately they do not have the stuns available. Boxy wasn't quite in the area just yet. 40R TPing in, and SG Esports feeling like they can fight back here, especially with no Aegis on the Ursa. Oh, missed Timber Chain there from Tavo as he tries to catch up to Insania. Both sides looking for the free kill somewhere in the match, but Theo Liquor gets jumped on by Mickey. Nice stun going out from Boxy. He's trying to stall up Costabile as much as possible. The Heaven Grace doesn't give him much of a window to do so. Taiga gets bursted down, and now Mickey's going to be in trouble. Popsy in rage, but gets countered by the Yules. And Liquid do not have a save for him. SG strike back. The things he does is really well. He's always scouting well with the Wolves. But yeah, Costabile is in a prime position just to hard carry this game for SG. And he has been classically one of those rock solid hard carry players coming out of South America for a long time, as I'm sure you have intimate experience with. Kyle's Costabile is going to get jumped on here. Uh-oh. Maybe spoke a little bit too soon. Gets caught and bursted down 100-0. King Jungle's going to follow him. Team fight with potentially Roshan ever looming on the forefront here, as it is going to be another minute, but the smoke up from SG If they still find the right kind of initiation here, they're going to go for Mickey. Trying to burst him up. The shackle doesn't land, and Mickey is now able to get off the enrage. There's still the ult scepter, though. Boxy, right in the middle of everybody, is going for King Jungles. King Jungles barely getting off the ultimate, and that is enough for Costabile to keep on trucking and kills the Ursa. But now with a buyback, they're in a nasty position. Costabile at half health needs to be able to find a way out of here. Drops a sentry. They're going to be able to spot him. Costabile turns and fights, knowing he's going to die soon. Does what damage he can. Tavo follows that up, but realizes, oh, turn around. This time the shackle does land. Tavo, a little bit of room here. If they can get a dieback here on to Mickey, it would be massive. Theolacour is going to try for it. 40R finishes him off with a shield crash. Nicely done. Tavo stays alive, and Theolacour, now he is on fire. Several shackle shots landing in that team fight. Maybe that team fight's a bit different, right?
No, that's a good point, and that is a really good point, because Liquid, you don't want long fights. You've got to shape shift, and that's your timing to win. You've got to get a kill onto the Omni, because the later the fight goes, the more difficult it's going to be. These quick spells. The stun locks. Oh, man, no sentries.
Charging forward. Mickey is going to get the initiation onto King Jungles, but he had a Neon Disc, so he's going to survive a little bit longer, but not much longer. No Guardian Angel in this team fight, still on cooldown. Costabile needed that one drastically as Boxy is just running him over with all this magic damage. And 40R, he's going to try and disengage with that. Okay, they do have the sentry down, so he's got to be careful here. He's looking to be able to dodge the stun shield, crash away. Tavo's going to be left behind, that's for certain. Theolacour throws out one last shackle shot to prove, yeah, guys, I can hit these, I promise, but the fight is already lost, and Liquid very likely the recipients of the second Roshan and Aegis and Shard for them. No more cheese, which I'm a big fan of. Felt like that second Roshan. Oh, 4DR gets a little bit too close to the Roshan pit, is likely going to pay the price for it.
And Liquid looking to do just that as they knock on the base.
That's right. War ram it up. Tier 3 already popping the glyph. And looks like the Sven may have been caught. Oh, he doesn't have a TP. Oh no, Taiga. He just made a 1-for-1 trade to ensure there's going to be no Sven in this team fight. Boxy immediately going for King Jungles, not quite having enough damage though. They're going to start backing up a little bit. Rolling on in. There's the Gale Force with 40R rolling in at the same time. They're trying to chase down the Leshrac, but he does have... Oh, the Aegis expired! They finish him off. He got very little regen out of that one. 40R, apparently they didn't need the Sven. All they needed was the power of the winds, Kyle! The power of the winds! That's all they needed. Taiga is also going to be chased down for dead on the side of Team Liquid, and apparently SG Esports, they're ready for that siege. Comes down about these Roshan timings, and especially since Roshan has been given more and more to hold on to. Makes this one team fight all the more important. We've got a minute here until Roshan does actually spawn. Neither team knows that, of course, and that's why Liquid is going to go on the offensive, dangerous. And SG is going to try and hold this high ground.
Don't walk up the high ground with no vision, Liquid. You should know the song.
They're going to try for it, though. They're going to go straight up initiation. The Wolves, they spotted out something, and they went immediately all in on that. 40R was the initiation, but King Jungles does manage to get off his ult. There goes the Gale Force trying to push these heroes away from Costabile. Costabile trying to decide whether he's going to fight or whether he's going to run. It looks like he doesn't have a choice in the matter. He has to turn around and fight, but Mickey is so hard for him to be able to put any damage onto. Costabile is having a hard time here, while the rest of his team is just being run down. 40R does manage to strike back, killing Taiga. Boxy just now activating his BKB and is in maybe a little too deep. Spider legs away. Costabile not expecting that one. Boxy full on movement speed out of here. Can he get far enough away, though? Tavo still able to run down, it looks like, Insania. They're going to catch up to Boxy here. Boxy, what? Okay, still managed to catch him. I thought that shackle shot didn't land.
I suppose not.
Healing salves littering the ground up here. As the Wolf is going to be able to spot Timbersaw. They're going to try and burst him down nice and quick with a shackle shot immediately going out. Mickey pops his enraged to be able to deal with that one, but the Rolling Thunder on through. BKB activated. They're going for this Timbersaw, but they're not quite killing him fast enough. And now with a 40R managing to bash on a Mickey, that delays out his BKB long enough to be able to get the kill, as here comes Costabile. They do manage to get off the Nihilism. Ooh, that's doing some pretty work until it quickly gets dispelled off by the Heaven the Grace, and Costabile is able to put some work in. He turns around, but unfortunately gets stunned for a second there. Breaks up the Leshrac. 40R. Oh, he's got to keep the distance, but he can't quite get it. Taiga trying to get out the silence, gets out the stun. They're going to kite out Costabile to his death. They buy back on several heroes here, and they will manage to at least clean up Boxy, who bought back earlier. If they can catch Koifa as well, this might just be SG's opportunity to be able to end the game here as TheoLacour trying to stay ahead of this Koifa. Gale Force pushing back. Taiga enough for Taibo to come in and clean up the double kill, and SG are now going to be able to take a potential 4 versus 3, even 5 versus 3 if they start setting up for what could be the last team fight of game 1.
Mickey has buyback, so he's baiting.
Oh, Gale Force trying to push Mickey outside of the pit. Doesn't quite get him. Tavo. Timber chaining all the way through. They're going to go for Mickey. Try and chain set him up here. The Rolling Thunder keeps him stalled a little bit. The BKB and the Enrage both being popped for Mickey and not getting a kill out of it, at least not yet. Trying to go for TheoLacour. Couldn't quite get it. Now his Enrage is down. Now his BKB is down, and now he's down. He's going to have to buy back for this one, and it's going to be up to Koifa and Boxy to deliver the damage to be able to bring down Costa Bile. They try and kite him out before DR. He's there on the other side to make sure Boxy falls, catching up Insania. Mickey's back. Looks like they're going to try and resettle on the high ground here, but Tavo just does not give up. Chases down these heroes, and now Liquid is left with 2 heroes with no buyback and potentially a throw. He can't fight the winds. They're too strong. They drag him back into the clutches of SG.
They're going to walk forwards, straight for the throne. No Roche, no racks needed, and it's 2 on 5. We've seen some pretty insane base defenses from Liquid in the past, but this one, this is a tough ask.
Oh, he tried to jump out of King Jungles, but King Jungles was a little bit faster. Managed to blink himself away first. Now the Enrage. They're just ignoring Mickey. Gale Force pushing him away. They're trying to decide whether or not they're going to fight. And yeah, Costa Bile's like, okay, let's go ahead and clean up this hero. GG is going to be caught by Insania because he knows it's out of Mickey's hands, or paws in this case, as Liquid are going to lose game 1 here against SG.
And the hero itself is like, you know, people forget. They got sick of Luna. They got sick of TA, but you forget sometimes how annoying it is. I still remember the sniper troll.
They're going to get it. Taiga managed to pick up first blood. Is it actually going to keep him alive here? TheoLacour pops a win run, turns around. Taiga, very likely, as long as Tavo lands this next Timber Chain. He's got, Fairy Fire, actually. TheoLacour pops a Fairy Fire himself, but that's not enough to live through the Dark Pack that came in. Taiga dodges the next Timber Chain, and now Tavo, he's running a little low on mana. They catch him right as he goes for the Timber Chain away. Oh no, Tavo, he's got one more Timber Chain left, but no, he actually gets taken away. The intelligence that's lost from the Essence Shift lost him that last bit of mana needed. I love the fact that he did go with the hood, because it feels like he's protecting his network. Like earlier, he would have died to Koifa if it wasn't for that hood. He knows how big he is, and he wants to make sure that he doesn't get picked apart here. Liquid is all inning for this kill, though, bringing both Mickey and Insania over to ensure they get that, and might be able to get TheoLacour as well. Insania going for the body blocks here, tossing Mickey on top of him as well. King Jungles there, able to counteract some of the damage. Nice shackle shot back on a Mickey after the Dark Pack, the pressure on the game. So last time it was Liquid who had the pressure to do like go and make things happen and you know, take down towers. Here it feels like it's SG who are eventually going to have to make those moves as Koifa finds the opening.
It's just the Doom really that has a chance at finding some sort of engagement. He now TP's top preemptively, has Blink Doom. Mickey's got to be quick.
Oh, they got him. He managed to get out the pounce off, but it's certainly not enough to save him. And SG, cheeky little spray laid down there to make sure 40R is able to pick up the last hit.
I have the finger.
Okay, maybe he's judging Tavo as a little bit too tanky. A combo is certainly not going to even get Timbersaw close, so when they go for the back line instead, but King Jungles did have his level 6 this time around, and Koifa may have jumped a little bit too far. On the edge here, doesn't get caught by a shackle shot. SG gonna back up, seeing Boxy, who's pretty large in this case, is rushing an Aghanim Scepter. Gonna try and toss back Tavo for a bit of damage. They know King Jungles, though. That was a misplay. They thought, they're like, oh, they're all living on Tavo. Not the case. They kill King Jungles first and then go back for Tavo. What a sneaky move by Boxy.
Yeah, double hood on both their strength cores to try and buy space for Costa Bile.
They know he's here. They know he's here. They've got the scan on him. He's somewhere around here. They finally spot him. Koifa, one avalanche used, the second one on its way thanks to Insania. They're going to be able to pull him back and finish him off. Costa Bile dies. King Jungles, nothing he can do. But maybe Adriano can rectify this little situation. Picking up one kill. Way unless TheoLacour can catch him. Ooh, shackle shot.
And
Koifa,
right
smoke
across
is going to break here and does immediately run into Theo Lacour. Now, fortunately, the Aphotic Shield is there to be able to block some of the damage, but slowed down so much by Insania, which is one level of Solar Bind, allowing Koifa and Taiga.
You know, there is skill involved, so probably
and
won't
also
work.
counterplay, right? Like
True.
you no matter how good the Wind Ranger is, sometimes you just can't get a shackle shot. As Doom into Eclipse, SG, they've been setting up this high ground triangle defense for quite some time. Gets a chance to catch up.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, 2 Dooms, 2 Deaths on Slark. You can't ask for more from 40R. As they now look to pressure mid. There's an Aghanim.
He is hitting the mid-tier 1 tower by himself. Nobody is nearby. Bank here, bottom lane, setting up on Adriano. KJ is going to be here soon. And they see that TP and say, okay, Doom is already hard enough to kill just purely through his tank with an Aphotic Shield. There's no way.
What?
Oh, beautiful shackle shot from Theo Lacour. And they're going to be able to get the Doom onto Boxy. Looking to be able to run him down. Infernal Blade hit and Blink forward should be able to ensure that while the other 2 supports are looking for Taiga. Koifa is trying to run interference to make sure Boxy does survive. But it looks like he's going to be okay. Doom is going to wear out soon, but here comes the Eclipse. Mickey immediately popping that Shadow Dance, but they're looking for the kill onto Koifa, and they're going to find him too. Koifa in the trees, but unable to hide from SG. So they're going to keep moving forward here. 40R does hit the Aphotic Shield. He's tanky. They're going to turn around and try and bring him down, but not quite good enough by itself. Oh, the buyback. Everybody from SG is on the run. They're going to leave 40R behind. They may just be leaving Tavo behind as well. A well-timed bait from Liquid with Koifa buying back there to turn the tides into their favor. He's going to go 4-staff instead. So interesting. We're going to smoke up and go for Boxy here. 4 Dooms and I believe 3 kills as he was unable to finish on Boxy in that last team fight.
Maybe for SG, actually. Don't even know if they're going to be able to because they're not certain that this Roche is happening. But now it's
yeah.
Whoa, Tholacore. Hello. Goodbye.
You know, so sometimes you gotta take risks in a game. Maybe he's feeling like, 6-20. This game is really far out of our hands. Now, Taiga might just be a little blink for blink, but it's Tavo who runs headlong into the Mickey Koifa gank. And Liquid continues to extend their lead further and farther. So they're going to start going on Costa Belay. Silence actually going out.
My
King Jungle.
God.
Oh, this silence is just too hard to deal with. They had the magic burst damage of the Solar the Solar Bind with the Void. After losing game 1 is saying, boys, I'm going to carry this one. Let me get my coddle and let me farm. They're going to be able to get a nice silence in from Boxy. Hits a couple more heroes, but fortunately SG, they were able to disengage pretty cleanly here. But the map is getting smaller and smaller. King Jungle is going to try and stop that as much as possible. KJ caught inside the silence. Costa Belay going to pop his BKB. Mickey is in. He's got his Aegis. He's got his Shadow Dance, so he can be in, but the rest of the team is getting caught up by Koifa. Theo Lacour actually on the high ground keeps him alive for a little bit longer. Taiga gets off a finger of death just before he goes down. Tavo looks to be able to escape. Meanwhile, 40R, he is yet to pop his BKB and try and go for anything just yet. Support for support. If Tavo can get out, this is okay, but he's fortunately been alley-ooped into the Chain Sun. Aphotic Shield saving him just so barely. Tavo stays alive thanks to KJ taking away that Void Remnant disable and giving him just a little bit of bumpy HP he desperately needed.
Playing one screen together, once again smoking, but Koifa.
Oh, look at this positioning from Koifa. Oh, okay. They actually had a high ground ward. Didn't see that one, and neither did Koifa. So, very nice kill. Well done by SG, and they need a little bit of momentum to start swinging their way. If they hope to be able to turn this game around, you need to be able to get back out on the map. It's do or die. This is a do or die moment for SG. They smoked up. They have used all of their smokes to try and take control back of this game. They're going to try and start off with a kill onto Taiga. And they do manage to get it, but the BKB, it's still not going off from the Doom. He's going to be chain side down. Oh no, Mickey. He now gets on top of KJ. They're going to buy back on the side of SG and hope a second round is going to go their way a bit better. But Mickey is racking up the stats. He gets another kill onto the ban. Costa Belay's here, but he don't see him. Boxy, they don't have the vision of him. The Eclipse is not doing anything at this point in time. 40R does manage to get the Doom. The Lincolns goes a little bit too late, but Mickey is able to fight through it. He doesn't give a damn about your Doom anymore. He is just a right-click carry. That is all he needs to be at this point in time. The rest of Liquid can provide all the spells and all the magic damage that they need to be able to clean up game 2. Liquid losing out on a kind of close game 1. It felt like a very back and forth game, and they came back with some vengeance here, Kyle. They were not messing around.